everyone, it's Cheryl from Teaching 2 and 3-year-olds. This week's theme is Thanksgiving and Thankfulness. And one of the things I wanted to mention is that teaching young children, when you say, what are you thankful for? That's a really, really hard concept for them. So we're going to spend this week talking about, what do you love? What makes you happy? What do you like to do? We kind of ask those kind of questions rather than what are you thankful for, because the children understand that more. And so we'll be talking a lot about that this week. And we will also be reading I'm Feeling Thankful, This Little Turkey, and 10 Fat Turkeys. One of our table activities is going to be this fun turkey box that we made last year. And we just simply painted it brown, put a little turkey face on the top. He's a little bent up because he's been in the theme box for a year. And then we just poked holes on the top. And then they're just gonna take feathers. They're gonna give the turkey some feathers. And they have to find the hole and put it in. I love activities like this because, look, you're talking about color recognition, one-on-one correspondence, as you're putting one feather into each hole, and of course it's building fine motor skills, and it's perfect for the Thanksgiving theme. For our Play-Doh, we are going to keep our little turkey cupcake toppers that whenever I find cupcake toppers, I buy them, especially if they're theme related, because our children love poking things into Play-Doh. They love it. So I have a bunch of these that I got last year, and I pulled them out of our theme box. And then we also have some turkey cookie cutters that we're going to use. And by the way, a little tip, if you have cookie cutters, if you're looking for a super easy and fun art activity, take these and dip them into paint and stamp them onto paper. Our children love doing that. In fact, we might do that this week too. One of the questions that was asked in my private Facebook group yesterday was, what do you do on the easel? And I realized, oh my gosh, there's so many fun things that I need to tell you all about that we can do on the easel. I do have a blog post about it, but this is a perfect example. There's so much more you can do than just painting with paintbrushes. And we're gonna paint with feathers. So they're just gonna dip it in, and they're gonna paint like that. So it goes with our turkey Thanksgiving theme, and it's a little something different because they have to think about how they're gonna apply the paint. It's a little different than using a brush. They also can use this end, dip it in, and see what happens when they drag it along that way. So this is something, again, super easy. We're just using some of the leftover feathers that we have from our turkey fine motor activity. One of our art activities is going to be taking the leaves. This is a printable, a template that I have. I'll put the printable in the description. But last week we made some sun catchers, and I had to cut a leaf shape out of construction paper. I wanted to see the leaf shape clear. So that I had these left over from that activity. So what I thought I would do is have the children put tinted glue, so it looks like paint, on top, and then stick these pom-poms on it. Young children, by the way, love the feeling of pom-poms. They're fun to work with. And then after all the pom-poms are on all our leaves, I am going to make a We Are Thankful banner that I'm going to hang in our classroom. So that's one of our activities. Our other activity is making Thanksgiving necklaces. And this is something I like to do every year with my children. And I am simply using some tipped yarn. And I like to use the lacing yarn because it's already done. And you can get this at Amazon, and I'll put the link in the description. And then you just take, I've colored these with dye, and I'm going to have a separate video showing how I do this. But they're just simply going to put the macaroni pieces on, as many as they want. So it's a little necklace, and then we're just going to attach it We're gonna wear it home on our last day before Thanksgiving break. Over in our sensory bin, we are going to fill this with water. And just a little tip, when I do use water in our sensory bin, I don't put that much in. You really don't need to. And also it kind of helps it so that it's not sloshing over the edge quite as much. I always keep some towels nearby so they can wipe up the messes also. And then what I'm gonna do is put we're gonna put some dishwashing soap in here. And then we have some sponges and we have some dishes. And what we're pretending to do here is wash our dishes from our Thanksgiving dinner. Because over in our dramatic play area, we're gonna be pretending we're making a Thanksgiving dinner. On our light table, I wanted to make sure to point out that this is a perfect example of how we don't have theme-related activities at every one of our centers. We don't. We often like to also tap into building different skills and what they're interested in. So we have these squiggies that I have never used these before. I don't know where they came from. One of our co-teachers put this activity together, and they have suction cups on them. They're really cool and they're really hard to get off, but I think they're really fun and you can do all kinds of things with them. So we thought, you know what? We're gonna put these over here, a little lesson on how things stick. So that's gonna be at our light table. And this is another example of not having something that's theme related, but there is a meaningful story behind this. A couple of weeks ago, we just decided to put these boxes out on our table, our art table. Our shape is the rectangle, our featured shape for the month of November. So we wanted to work on that in a three-dimensional way. So we were talking about rectangles and they had so much fun painting these. They've also been really interested in construction. So we took the boxes that we painted and we added them to our train table, and then I just stuck some masking tape for little roads on here, and then we have different construction vehicles and we have road signs. So this has nothing to do with Thanksgiving or being thankful. This has to do with something that's very meaningful that they helped create, and we're expanding that now into our block area. In our dramatic play area, it's all about making Thanksgiving dinner. And so I just grabbed some food that I thought would be fun, that they could pretend that they're making Thanksgiving dinner, such as a pie, and we've got fruits and vegetables in here and different sorts of meats and canned goods. And then last year, my co-teacher found this fun felt pie baking activity. It was in the dollar spot at Target. I don't know if it's still there this year or not, but it was still in the package. It had never been used, so I brought it out. It even has a cute little oven, but you can put all the pieces in it when you're done. So we're gonna do that, and I also have a printable that I do not have yet here in the classroom. So what I'm gonna do is at the end of this video when I go home, I'll add it to the end so you can see it. It's really fun. They're cards with a picture of the food, like turkey and stuffing and gravy and all the things that you would eat for Thanksgiving. And then that's going to be here at the table as well. So they can also refer to that when they're pretending to make their Thanksgiving dinner. Again, I'll put a picture of that at the end of this video, and I'll put a link to the printable in the description as well. At our writing table, I have this color page that I created that says T is for turkey. And I also have another printable. This I will also put at the end of the video because this is at home with my Thanksgiving dinner cards. And it is a turkey, and then it has different colored feathers. And they add the feathers to the turkey. So I am actually gonna do that. I haven't decided yet, either I'm gonna add Velcro on the back of it so that I can put it on our flannel board, or I'm gonna put magnetic strips on the back so I can use it on our magnetic table. But basically, they're just going to be adding the feathers to the turkey, and each feather also has the text showing what the name of the color is too. So we might even do that as a circle time activity where it says who has the red feather, and we're going to put the feather on. So again, that's at the end of this video. So that's going to wrap up our Thanksgiving fall themes for the year, because we take the whole entire week off of Thanksgiving week. That's off. So this is our last week before Thanksgiving break. So Thanksgiving, thankfulness, there's still some leaves around. And then when we come back after Thanksgiving break, we move into the holidays, so where we'll have jingle bells, we will have gingerbread, and then Christmas. So make sure to stay tuned, because I'll be sharing those videos as they happen. Thanks for watching, and have a happy Thanksgiving.